Welcome to Awards Bait, the official Galaxy of Film award show podcast, where we ask ourselves, what's getting nominated this year? Joining me every other Tuesday is a roster of guest stars to help me answer that very question. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Awards Bait. We are here once again with your hosts here, Jake and Ron. How are you, Ron?
Doing good. I'm ready for the holidays. Happy holidays, everybody. By the time you're watching this, it's going to be... Is it going up tomorrow or is it going up Thursday?
Tomorrow. You happy
Eve.
Christmas Eve, everybody. Yeah.
And for those who don't celebrate, happy holidays. Don't want any problems.
Have some nice time. Have a nice time. Have a nice,
go watch a
relaxing
movie.
time. Go watch a film. There's a bunch of them coming out in theaters, and there's also a bunch at home to watch on streaming. We've got a couple ourselves that we're going to talk about today. Some recommendations, some maybe not so much recommendations. You never know.
Some you can sleep through, perhaps.
Some you can sleep through, yeah. I guess. Well, that's not a Oscar movie at all that I slept through. I slept through. I'll tell the story. Why not? We got time, I went to go see Kraven the Hunter just now, hot off the presses, and I slept for most of that movie. Most of it. I did not see a lot of the film.
Hey, some entertainment is meant to be slept through.
Hey, look, man. I don't even know. I don't think Russell Crowe died in it.
He's in Kraven?
Russell Crowe plays Kraven's father, and that was why I wanted to go.
Is he like Big Sausage Hands?
Who's Big Sausage Hands?
At
the end? Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, he's in the movie. He's Russian too. I'm like, this is great. I was having a good time with that, but then I don't remember if he
I don't remember anything.
doesn't make it. I think they want to do a sequel, but nope.
Well, they said they're done. Sony's done. They're wrapping
it
up.
Oh yeah, Sony's done. Well, that's why, because this movie made $10, so that's fucking why.
I'm just shocked that they made they made 5 movies.
6.
They made the 3 Venoms.
Madam Web,
the other
Morbius,
one,
and
Morbius.
Kraven.
Yeah,
Yep.
how could I forget Morbius?
Fantastic.
That's the one that got away. That's the one I really wanted to see in theaters, and I just never got
I know.
a chance.
I've seen all 6 of these in theaters. Isn't that
Oh,
gross?
Jesus.
That's
my
unfortunate.
God.
That's unfortunate for me. That's sad. All right, well, let's talk about the Oscars, because this is Awards Bait. Oh, before we get into it, we had our event this past week. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you did, if you didn't, that's okay too. Everything went pretty great. It was a lot of fun. It was really cool to see everybody there. Everybody was calling me Zippy. That was fun. Everybody was very excited to see Zippy in the building. We had a good time, and yeah, thank you all for your support as always, and all that jazz. So thank you guys for coming out. Hopefully we get some different faces coming to the next one. And yeah, we'll go from there. So yeah, it's only the beginning, and we're having a good time. And without further ado, let's get into the Academy Awards shortlist. Now, this is kind of the topic that we've got this week. As we said with our last episode, I believe our last episode was the Golden Globes nominations. You and I haven't seen a lot of the movies still, and they have yet to be released. I think after the flood of the holidays, we're going to have seen a lot more of these. So, yeah. As it stands right now, we both did see some films this past week, which in my case, I don't think are going to go anywhere. In your case, potentially, maybe. Yeah. But I think after New Year's we will have a lot more to talk about. But as it is right now, this is just kind of a pre-holiday little kind of a laid-back episode where we do have our shortlist, which is a fun topic in and of itself. But for the most part, it's a little light on content this week. So we're going to start it off here. Only 10 categories were announced for shortlist. I think we'll get more as the weeks go on. But right now, we're going to go over, I think, 4, just because there's a lot. And there are only so many that we even have, actual, informed opinions about. So I think to make that medicine go down a little better, we're going to talk about the ones that we know what we're talking about for. So let's start with makeup and hairstyling. This is the short list. The Apprentice, Beetlejuice, A Different Man, Dune Part 2, Emilia Perez, Maria, Nosferatu, The Substance, Waltzing with Brando, which I've never heard of, and Wicked. So pretty good list. I thought we were talking about visual effects, and that's why I had a face about Emilia Perez. But Emilia Perez is just the movie that keeps on doing it. So
Yeah.
I can't believe it's everywhere. But for this category, makeup and hairstyling, I think a different man is gonna get in there.
This is a pretty strong list.
Yeah,
I think all these are pretty like
all good
really.
makeup and hairstyling.
I was gonna say different man. I could see maybe Beetlejuice, because like
Yeah.
everyone's got makeup on.
Mm-hmm.
I could see Nosferatu, even though I know we both haven't seen it. I could see The Substance.
The Substance, 100%.
Yeah, Wicked again.
I think
I haven't
so.
seen it, but I mean, this is a strong list.
It's a very strong list. I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be The Substance. I think it's gonna be Wicked. I think it's gonna be a different man just because of the facial stuff in the beginning. I want to say Maria, but I feel like Nosferatu is gonna have some stuff in it too. And then I also want to say Dune Part 2 because I think Dune won the first time, so I think Dune Part 2's got to get in there because it's all the same outfits,
Yeah.
Maybe that could also be a detriment, which we'll talk about with score, but. I don't know. I think definitely my sure bets there are a different man, The Substance, and Wicked. I think those are my three for sure.
Have you heard of Waltzing with Brando?
I have
before?
not. So maybe that could be one that could just sneak in, right? Because we usually get a couple of those where we're like, what the hell's that?
I'm just trying to see. It almost looks okay. So this is like an actual movie. It kind of looks like a documentary.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh, this is the movie with. Oh, I know what this is. This is the movie where Billy Zane plays Marlon Brando.
He looks a lot like him. Jeez.
He does in the photo. That's probably why, because it's probably like an incredible transformation.
It's sad though that this is the first time hearing about this movie. Oh, you know why? Coming soon, January 7th. That's why.
But no, but also like, where are the advertisements? Where are the everything? Like I've never.
That's
true. It looks like it's probably going to be like a low key movie, and like that might be why it's not going to get the nom.
I don't think that's. I was gonna say I don't think that's going to win.
It looks interesting. Like
it's interesting. I would love for these Oscar movies to come out like in December at least.
I know. I don't know.
But at least within the year. Sorry, within the year.
I agree. In the calendar year, 100%.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. It's like they release them in a handful of theaters and then they count as a 2024 release. Or in your case today, a 2023 release. Also insane.
I know. It's I think this is pretty tough. I mean really any of these could win. I would say I might go with The Substance because they really do a lot of work to make sure like that the old version, I forgot her name, but the old version is like literally withering down and breaking away, and her hair gets all messed up, and she's got like teeth falling out and she looks ridiculous. And the young version is like pristine, like top quality, all that stuff. I think The Substance could win that.
Yeah.
So I'll say The Substance to be different.
And then the big monster at the end.
Exactly.
That's all
real.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
That's all real. No CGI.
It's a good argument. I think you're right. Original score.
Well, there's no rights and wrongs here. We're just having a good time.
Yeah, we're just guessing about the nominations too. This isn't even the nominations. This is just the short list of the nominations. So it's like it's like
true.
3 noms.
Well, you want to guess what might get taken out?
Yeah, sure. I think.
So what's the maximum per like category? It fluctuates?
They're gonna do 5 per
Ooh,
category.
Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so we have 10 here.
I think this
would be tough.
I think The Apprentice is probably not getting in there.
Yeah, just because it might be a little.
There's just not enough there. I think
it also just might be like controversial, and they're like, we don't want to deal with that.
Yeah. I think potentially Beetlejuice is at risk.
Really? Okay.
Not that it's like I just think the makeup in some of the other movies is better. Like I think the substance is like the Beetlejuice is like very over the top, and that's the point. But
yeah,
I just don't see it having a lot of buzz and like I don't think it'll stick around.
Yeah.
I think Dune Part 2 and A Different Man could be competing for that fifth spot because I feel like and Maria Nosferatu as well. I feel very similar about those two because it's like, period piece clothing like that always kind of does well. But I feel like Nosferatu, and speaking because I haven't seen Nosferatu, I really feel like Nosferatu is probably going to have more showy costumes and things like that. Or no, I'm sorry, we're talking about makeup.
Yeah, makeup. Yeah.
Okay,
makeup.
so I don't think Maria is getting in here.
Yeah, it's makeup and hairstyle.
I think Nosferatu.
That's why I specifically say Beetlejuice because like everyone's got makeup on.
Yeah,
and everyone's got like ridiculous hair.
Huh.
That's why I'm kind of like I think Dune might actually fall out of this.
Yeah, I think
honestly,
you might be right
because
now
it's
that
not
I
like
think of it. Yeah,
like the only thing with makeup in that because there's no real like hair stuff. Honestly, besides characters without hair. The
Yeah,
only thing with any makeup is Lady Jessica, and that's like a shot for like maybe 10 minutes in the entire movie.
yeah.
That she has that kind of Benny Gesserit sort of look.
Interesting.
That's why I'm like that's why I'm kind of like I can see Beetlejuice, I can see Different Man, I can see Emilia Perez kind of just for the beginning, honestly. I can see Nosferatu and I can see The Substance, or you swap out Emilia Perez and Wicked.
I think that what you just did is my list.
Yeah, I think that's it because I just don't see Dune having enough actual makeup and hairstyle. Now, if we want to talk costumes,
I was thinking costumes all the time. So costumes. Dune, the first one won costumes, not makeup.
Yeah, and I agree. It should win because it's like
yeah.
But makeup and hairstyling, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'm like thinking, oh, makeup and hairstyling, but then like I'm processing it as costume because
because it all kind of like flows into the same.
It's all and a lot of the time it's the same winners. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like we loved this, and then now let's do this.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's good. I think it's good. Probably pretty bang on there. And if Nosferatu doesn't get in, maybe we'll be pissed. But I do think them not showcasing the Count Orlok is potentially a swing and potentially a miss because it's like if you're not and I'm glad they're not showing him in the ads, but like if you don't show him in the ads because that's probably your big makeup ticket right there.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
And it's like you're not showing your main character
on purpose. Yeah,
on purpose and I'm glad, but like that could also hurt it in the nomination because it's like they're gonna be like, well, we didn't even see him in the thing, and I didn't even bother to watch the movie because some of these awards voters are assholes like that, and they won't watch the film if it's not like it's like they're like, oh well, let's just watch the trailer and I'll judge it from that, and it's like, well, that's bullshit.
What else are you doing with your day?
Right.
Come on.
I believe me, if I was a voter, I'd be in there all day.
Yeah.
Okay, original score. Not so short list. This is an enormous list for some reason.
List.
Yeah.
Also not good. They didn't, or unless these actually are the names. Okay, so some of these movies I've never even heard of.
Yeah. So we've got for original score, we've got Alien Romulus, Baby Girl, Beetlejuice, Blink Twice, Blitz, The Brutalist, Challengers, Conclave, Emilia Perez, The Fire Inside, Gladiator 2, Horizon, and American Saga, Chapter 1, Inside Out 2, Nosferatu, The Room Next Door, Sing Sing, The 688, Wicked, The Wild Robot, and Young Woman in the Sea. Wow.
That's a huge list.
Huge list. That's like probably 20 there. Or maybe even 15. I don't know. A lot. I haven't seen a lot of these, but
20.
So I think maybe I've seen half of these.
And this is going to go down to 5?
This is going down to 5.
Jeez.
Yeah. So for this one, I feel like The Brutalist is in there pretty firmly.
Yeah.
Dune Part 2 is not in there. So confirmed, by the way, to put a fucking close the book 100%.
Oh, this is going to be an epilogue. It's going to be like, was Dune better than the winner?
Oh,
it's going to be a yes.
Yeah,
it's going to be a yes.
It will be a yes. You're absolutely right. Dune Part 2 is officially, if anybody needed if anybody had any hope, it's gone because it is not in the short list here. Dune Part 2 will not be nominated for Best Original Score. 100% not happening now. It is disqualified. It is, hey man, you should have made some new fucking music for this music now. Ridiculous. nonsense rule that he used too much of the same music. Who's even Who's sitting there calculating that?
I know, yeah. It's so dumb. I hate that. That's such a stupid rule.
Garbage.
Yeah.
Absolute garbage. But yeah, the Brutalist and Challengers are the only two that I feel good about putting in here.
Yeah.
Everything else, I have no idea. The Wild Robot had a nice score. I haven't seen Nosferatu, but that
what about
probably...
Wicked?
Wicked is interesting because Wicked's like, I don't know if the score was good, but the music was. You know what I mean?
Also, how is it original score? Well, I guess because the play maybe had a different score?
There's like, it has its own like cue. Yeah, that's an interesting debate as well.
Yeah, because if it's like the actual lyrics from the play, then it's not original. But I guess
it's just the score of the movie.
Yeah,
like it's just like the musical. Yeah, I don't. That is weird though. I mean, Beetlejuice has that iconic Danny Elfman stuff, so maybe that'll be. I don't know.
Yeah, but you see how that's on here in Doom Part 2?
Oh, Conclave kind of hit, right? That was a good score. I remember that one.
Oh yeah. Conclave was good. Yeah, Conclave was good.
What about Sing Sing? How was that?
I honestly didn't like. It was. I remember there being one, but it wasn't remarkable, really. In any significant way.
I heard Blitz's was pretty good too. Yeah, I don't know. I'm only confident in Brutalist and Challengers.
Yeah.
And I guess Amelia Perez, because why not? It's everywhere else.
So we got 3. Let's put Wicked and Wild Robot. Sure. Let's just make it to 5.
Yeah. Okay. Or no, let's swap out Wicked and Conclave. I'm a little nervous about Wicked.
You don't
I think Conclave over Wicked.
No, that was the 5. You said Challengers, Conclave. I said Amelia Perez.
Oh, okay.
And then Wicked and the Wild Robot.
No, the Brutalist has to be in there.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, take out.
Wicked and put in Brutalist.
Yeah.
All right. That's our list.
I don't think Conclave's going in though. I think they're gonna be like, let's put Wicked in this.
You do? Okay. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
It should be. Conclave. You keep Conclave in, but I think they might be like, let's put Wicked in because it's a musical and stuff like that.
Maybe. But then maybe Amelia Perez gets screwed. Or a Wild Robot, more likely.
Yeah, I would say that's more likely.
Yeah, whatever. All right, what was our next one here? Our next one here was Sound. We've got Alien Romulus, Blitz, A Complete Unknown, Deadpool and Wolverine, Dune Part 2, Amelia Perez, Gladiator 2, Joker, Foley, Adieu, Wicked, and The Wild Robot. By the way, I rewatched Joker over this past week. It is so much worse than the first time I saw it. So Maria hadn't seen it, and she's like, well, I gotta watch it, and it just dropped on HBO. So we watched it, and I was like, God damn, this is really bad. It's stunning how horrible that movie is. Like, and I'm like,
jeez.
It's about absolutely nothing. It just hangs out. It is a hangout movie for 2.5 hours.
2.5 hours?
It's like 220 or 218 or something. Yeah, it's long. Man, and I was like,
so long.
And it's just like them walking down jail hallways for that.
Jeez.
It is disappointing. I was watching. I'm like, this is fucking
that's terrible.
Miserable. I can't believe it's even in here. That's how bad this movie is. Anyway, I don't think it gets nominated. That's for damn sure. So for sound, I think I'm going to go A Complete Unknown, because music biopics tend to do that. Dune Part 2, Amelia Perez, Wicked. I don't know my 5th one yet. I don't even know if maybe I'll say The Wild Robot.
Interesting that, maybe they should. You think they did a calculation on Doom Part 2, like the percentage of sound reused in the first movie?
I hope not, because
they clearly didn't, because it's here.
It's here, yeah. I think Doom Part 2 wins this category, actually.
Yeah,
I'll go that far.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I kind of agree with your list. I could see Complete Unknown winning though. Maybe if like the sound is pretty good.
Yeah, I guess didn't Bohemian Rhapsody win? So maybe.
I hope not. That movie's terrible.
Maybe.
No, I think of like Love and Mercy, which is the Beach Boys kind of movie I've mentioned before. That did like really interesting stuff with sound. I'm kind of like, if Complete Unknown has like not demo sets, but like Bob Dylan kind of going through trying to create the
Yeah.
score, like the music. That could be interesting. But yeah,
Yeah.
Completely Unknown, Dune Part Two. I kind of guess Amelia Perez, Wicked, and yeah, I guess The Wild Robot. Though I haven't
Like I
seen
don't think Deadpool
half
and
these
Wolverine
movies.
did anything super crazy. I
I was
didn't
gonna say I didn't
like
think they all
Gladiator
anything.
2 also was fine. Uh,
Yeah,
Joker, no. I guess the musical stuff. Alien Romulus was cool, but like, it's nothing new. And
yeah,
then Blitz, I didn't see.
yeah.
I will watch Blitz. I
Yeah,
should
because
watch it.
maybe Blitz is really good.
I'm
Probably
sure
not.
it will at least be a good, like, if just because
Yeah,
it's not going to be nominated for anything doesn't mean
exactly. Yeah.
and oh, by the way, we will do that soon. We'll do a little in memoriam, which is we did that last season on Awards Bait. Uh, we did no in memoriam. Naima joined in on that episode, and we talked about the films that we saw that weren't nominated for anything, but we still really liked. So I think
Mm,
that's a fun episode.
yeah.
So we'll do that after the New Year's, after the Oscar nominations, I guess, because then
Yeah.
that makes sense, because then we'll know what's not nominated for sure. Um, our last category that we're going to go over today for the short lists are visual effects. We've got Alien Romulus, Better Man, Civil War, Deadpool and Wolverine, Dune Part 2, Gladiator 2, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, Mufasa, Twisters, and Wicked.
So we were talking about this right before we started filming.
Off air.
I constantly forget what movie Better Man is, and then you reminded me, and I'm like, that should not be here at all.
I think this is such a strange movie, and I
It
haven't seen it. I
is.
don't think I'm gonna see it.
It's just so. It seems so odd.
The
Like I
trailer
don't know
makes me
who.
angry.
I just don't. I don't know who's gonna watch it.
Fans of this guy, I don't know.
Is this a real guy? I don't even
This is a real
know. I've
guy. Yeah,
never
he's
heard
like
of
a
this
singer.
guy.
Robbie, what is it? Robbie Williams, something like
It
that.
might be.
I don't know. I think so. I could be wrong, and we're like agreeing with each other. I don't know.
I, I just it just seems like such a weird movie,
Someone's
and the
listening to
whole
this and is
I
pissed that
just
we are
is
shitting
furious
on
at
this
us.
guy, and he's
Yeah.
probably an icon.
Not
Sorry,
enough
guys.
because he needs to be played by a CGI monkey.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about. Why
Well,
did you green like that?
I saw something on Twitter that was like they did that specifically because people might feel more sympathy for an animal doing drugs instead of a human. I was like, this
Is
sounds
that really?
so stupid.
I
That
I,
might
I
be true, but that
I think
sounds
it's
so
just I
stupid.
think it's just because this guy liked it, which is also insane. How you'd spend that much money because this guy liked it.
Yeah, this seems the whole movie, the whole concept, the entire movie. I don't know who's gonna watch this.
I know.
I feel like this is gonna make like $5 million, and
You know
that's
what's
gonna be it.
you know what's gonna be insane
What?
is when is here's I will actually be angry. I will actually be actually I don't even like this movie that much. If Man gets nominated and Planet of the Apes doesn't, that is gonna be fucking insane. Because
Oh
Planet of the
yeah,
Apes,
because that's legit, like
it's
all CGI.
better monkeys too. It's
Yeah,
just like
I was gonna say it is better.
you watch the trailer for Better Man, and you're like, this looks like a PlayStation game.
Yeah,
And then you see King of the Planet of the Apes, it's like, all right, this looks like a film. Like this looks like a
yeah.
visual effects, like heavy, like expensive, big movie. I will be angry, and I don't even like Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Like I saw it, it was fine. It was so long, but it was pretty good. And
Yeah.
then like, yeah, oh God, I didn't even like that. It enrages me to think about. Anyway, I
Anyway.
think Dune Part 2 gets in.
Yeah.
I do think Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes gets in. Please
Mhm.
God.
Maybe Mufasa.
Probably Mufasa.
Were the Twister like was it tornadoes? Were they
Twisters
realistic
was I
enough?
see Twisters. I feel like it's gonna be one of those things where like Twisters gets nominated, and we're all like, why? And like, there's a lot more visual effects than we even thought, and it's like
Yeah.
even more seamless and incredible.
Well, seeing Civil War here, I wonder if there's a
Maybe that too.
lot more CGI than we even think.
Yeah, I think
Like
Alien gets in here too. Alien
yeah.
Romulus probably.
hmm
This is a
Was
good. Yeah.
Was Wicked deserving? You think?
I don't think so, but I mean, if it gets like over nominated, then probably. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
if it's an Amelia Perez situation, like they might just be like, "Oh, Wicked, it's
Yeah.
on the short list here."
So what's your list? Alien,
Alien
Romulus.
Romulus. I would not be surprised if I really think Better Man could get in there just because it's so ridiculous. Alien, I'll leave it off for now. Alien, Dune Part 2,
Two.
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I guess Mufasa, and I'll say Twisters.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I'm doing there.
Yeah, I agree.
I think I'm happy with that. Although I do think Twisters is like the potential getting knocked off, or Mufasa. Mufasa's not really making waves, so those two
Yeah.
are at risk.
Slide in Better Man.
And slide in Better Man potentially, and or Wicked. Like I think
Yeah.
all three of those are kind of up for grabs. Oh, nomination. Let's see. So nominations will be announced Friday, January 17th.
Oh, okay.
That's a bit
I
far.
like that they have to wait 6 days to announce it. That's cool.
What do you mean?
It says the voting concludes on Sunday,
Oh,
and
I
then they
see.
announce it Friday. It takes them 6 days. This is like an election,
Yeah, it's like conclave.
and it's not even the official votes. It's just we're taking the scraps out.
It's true.
But you know,
They're
it's
voting for the nominations. Yeah.
it's nice to see like things are coming together for the
Oh yeah,
Oscars.
we're getting our groove on here.
It's nice to see. Yeah.
Well, that's what we wanted to talk about for the short lists.
Yeah.
We do also have some reviews that we'll do, and then we'll wrap it up. I don't know. I mean, we might have been going on for a while already, but anyway,
Yeah, who knows?
it's always a good time here at Awards Bait.
Mm-hmm.
It's always a wonderful time. Well, hey, let's get into it. Did you want to start? Do you want me to start? What do you want to do?
Well, you got two, right?
I got two.
Let's sandwich it.
Ish.
Let's go. You go, then I go, then you go.
All right, I'll start with Maria, just because I didn't like it that much. All right. I mean, it's fine. Pablo Larraín is a very talented director, and this is the story of, I don't want to get her name wrong, Maria Callas. Callas. I think it's Callas. Maria Callas. She's an opera singer, and this film depicts the last couple days of her life. And yeah, so she had a lot of health issues, and I think opera singing is actually something that really, rapidly sped up the decline in health. So the thing that she loves doing is killing her, that sort of thing. So that's very sad. And
Okay.
she had to retire early, all this stuff, and then she's trying to get back into it. And it just sort of depicts like the last week or so of her life. And Angelina Jolie plays Maria, and she's very good. It's similar to his other. Everybody's been calling it like the trilogy of like Spencer, Jackie, and now Maria. I think this might be my least favorite of the three. I really like Spencer a lot. I think that movie's great. I love it. I think she was robbed of I don't even think she was nominated for that. Kristen Stewart. Jackie, she was also incredible in that. Natalie Portman. Angelina Jolie's great here. I don't really see a nomination in her future, to be honest. I think similar to what we were talking about earlier with the short lists, I think costume design is the best chance here, because I've been burned by Pablo Larraín too many times in the past where I get way too excited about Chris. I think I was doing blind award back at Mayhem on the Mayhem podcasts. This is like several years ago now, and I had the temporary award show going on every year, and I was very high on Kristen Stewart. I said she's going to win the Oscar. And big bold claims, big bold predictions. I said Kristen Stewart's going to win, and she wasn't even nominated. And I was just like, all right, God damn it! Like I thought she was excellent, and then it was unfortunate. Maybe she was nominated. I don't remember, but I'm not going to do that again. I don't think Angelina Jolie will get in. I think she's also just kind of. I don't know if she's doing her own singing, and I don't want to say she's not, just out of fear that I'm wrong. But
yeah,
I don't know if she's doing her own singing. I think like you can tell that Cynthia Erivo in Wicked is, and like I think she like definitely worked hard in the role and did a lot of like opera singing and studying and all that stuff. But I think at the end of the day, it is like she doesn't disappear. It's still Angelina Jolie in my opinion. Like it's very much like they show footage of the real lady at the end, and it's like, oh yeah, like I could see it, but like it's still like, all right, it seems like a showcase for the actress more so than not that it's not handled with care and grace. It is, but it's just like all right, like this is just like an Angelina Jolie thing. Like, she's looking for something. She's looking for like an awards darling kind of thing. And I'm like, good for her, and she did a good job. But I think at the end of the day, like I needed a little bit more.
Yeah, and it was
And
just
it was
fun.
fine. It was fine. I enjoyed it. I don't know if I'll watch it again, but it's sad. It's a sad movie. So I think it's fine. If you're on Netflix and you're interested in, if you enjoyed like Maestro, maybe you'll like this too. Like Maestro, I think was
Yeah,
like I like Maestro more than this, but like it's got that similar kind of feel to it, where it's just you're building up to a tragedy. Um, but yeah, I'd recommend it if you have Netflix or anything like that. But I ultimately think this was another one of Pablo Larraín's that I like had on my radar, but ultimately was kind of like, yeah,
fell short.
this is okay. But I do like his movies. Like I think he does a good job, and I'm always gonna be there to see the next one. So
Yeah,
overall, it's fine. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it, but can't give it like the awards bait seal of approval. But yeah,
yeah.
Ron, you go ahead. You want to talk about yours
So
now?
I finally got my hands on Sing Sing
Yeah.
through, let's say, nefarious means. So I finally got to see it. I didn't want to have to get it the way I got it, but I've been waiting.
We don't make things available for people. It's hard.
It's hard. And it was interesting because isn't this an A24 movie?
Yep.
The version I saw did not have any A24 logos,
You
like in the
probably
beginning.
have you probably got a festival screener.
I would love to see the theatrical release, but you know, don't release anywhere. Um,
January.
this movie does deserve, its praise. I think it is a little overhyped, unfortunately.
Mm,
It was still very good though. It's about all these inmates in a Sing Sing, which is a, prison in New York City, or near New York City at least. Sees the Hudson River at least because they mentioned that.
mm,
And I got the names up here because I want to get them right. A lot of the cast is former members of the
yes.
prison, and the whole real life stories that these guys in prison would do these performances, and it would help them open up and kind of get out of the world that they're in, being in
Mm,
prison. And there was an interesting dynamic about you know um the prison is a physical place and also like a fight of the mental, where
mm-hmm.
it's like these guys are trapped in this prison, and the prison is not just their physical prison but the prison in their mind, and trying to get out of their comfort zone
Yeah.
and deal with being an actor is getting out of that prison of mental blocking and thinking like what I'm doing is silly or like goofy or ridiculous, like letting yourself fully be free and being able to play another part, even if it's something as uh kind of low risk as like a prison play per se.
Yeah.
Um, but it's very good. You have Divine G. He's like a kind of playwright in prison. He didn't go to he went to like what's it called, like a performing arts school in Manhattan,
Mm,
and it's kind of implied that he was wrongly convicted of like a murder. And some of my problem with the movie is like they don't kind of go into that enough, and they kind
mm,
of make it like a big vocal point of like a certain transition kind of period in the movie, and they don't really make it clear like what really happened or what exactly went down.
mm,
um a lot of the movies focus on this group of people, these prisoners, doing this play, and there's like a new member in the play called Divine Eye. And Divine Eye is kind of like this gangster guy. He's kind of like, man, I just signed up because I know there's girls involved and I want to see them. And they're like, okay, because there's like a there's kind of like the committee. It's Divine G and this other character named Mike. They kind of are like they're the gatekeepers, where they're like, why do you want to join? But during Divine Eye's sort of like thing, he actually quotes something from like a play. So I think that kind of made them be like, he's smart. Like he has kind of ill intention, but he's smart. Let's just try to give him a try. And he's kind of like, at first, he's kind of a character that I think a lot of people can relate to, where when you're really into something, and
mm-hmm.
then someone's like, "Oh, let me try this out too," but you can tell like they're kind of just not really into it, like to the level that you are. So
Yeah.
so Divine G kind of in the beginning has this issue where it's like this guy's doing this thing and it's messing up my mojo because I'm really into doing this play stuff. Like I write plays, I'm really into it. I was like, performing, trained to be like a performing actor and all this stuff. And then you have this guy coming in just being like, let's just do like a comedy as a play because we do all this serious stuff every day. Let's just do something that's fun.
Yeah.
And Divine G's like, all right, I guess, I won't fight off that. That's fine. But inside he's like, we should be doing serious like performances here.
Is that Coleman Domingo?
Coleman Domingo is Divine G. He's like the playwright. And
Okay.
Divine I is, I believe, he's kind of like, from what I'm guessing, he's like the main kind of prisoner because he's also a former ex-prisoner.
Yeah.
He's like the main star prisoner that like really this program really worked for him because he
Mm.
comes off in the beginning as this very like gangster, like this is kind of stupid, like I'm just
Yeah.
here to just kind of goof around, and he transitions throughout the movie into becoming more and more like understanding the whole process of like opening up and allowing this kind of system to work. Like there's a scene where someone walks behind him and he starts not freaking out, but he starts being like, "You can't walk behind me. Like you got to act like this is like the yard out there." And the people are trying to explain to him like, "Look, this is like an area for people to escape. Like someone's gonna walk behind you eventually. You just got to act like normal." Because he's
Yeah.
in this mindset where he's like, "This is a hostile environment.
Mm-hmm.
Like someone's gonna try and shank me or attack me if they walk behind me." And it's nice to
Interesting.
see that you have like uh because obviously a lot of the side characters are also prisoners, but it's nice to see that like the main side lead was also a prisoner, and you
Mm-hmm.
see him kind of transition from this sort of gangster like closed off, like I'm not going to do goofy things, to kind of embracing this role and allowing himself to become free. And it was nice to see that transition. um but yeah, it is a little overhyped. I still think
Mm-hmm.
it's deserving of like a best picture nomination. I don't think it should win,
Yeah.
but it is showing like an important message of like that, in these sort of corrections facilities, like to help people get better, to actually, I forget the exact phrasing is, but to allow them back into society. Like you need programs like this to allow
Yeah.
people to get outside of this like prison mindset and to rehabilitate to like the normal world.
That's like part of the thing where it's like, everybody's debating about like, oh, like, we're keeping them fed and clothed and whatever, and they have these great like living quarters, and it's like, well, no, it's like, your tax money's not going, should not be going to a place where like these people are just miserable. It's like it should go to trying to better
Bringing
society.
them back,
Yeah, like,
yeah, bringing them back into society.
yeah, it's like, it's,
And
yeah, that's the narrative. That's what we should be
yeah,
pushing. Yeah.
yeah, I did like the message of like this is a program to help like prisoners get better and open up,
Mm-hmm.
because there was another prisoner that was like, when Divine Eye kind of had that sort of like, that guy's walking behind me, started freaking out. Another prisoner was like, I used to be just like you, like I was very closed off, like I was like the big guy in the yard, but then I started doing this program, and then it
Mm-hmm.
opened me up to like, and throughout the whole movie he's very like goofy kind of, which is
Yeah.
nice. It's nice to see that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it was like it's a very nice like think piece and talk piece, but some of the other elements outside of that kind of fall
Yeah.
flat a little bit,
Yeah. Yeah.
because like I said, you have the Vine G who's kind of like falsely accused for this thing, and then he tries to kind of get his sentence fixed because there's like extra evidence that gets found out, and it's
Right.
kind of done like a little bit on the side. I kind of wish they either showed it or like didn't show it at all,
Mm-hmm.
because it made it seem like it was a much bigger deal than it is, because at the end of the movie like it kind of didn't really matter.
Right.
um it wasn't like overly sad or anything, but it was a good time. Like it's a very nice watch and like think piece,
Nice. Nice. I'm definitely gonna check it out. Yeah. Once that shit hits theaters, I'm going.
if it
Because
ever
it's,
does.
I know they said January now. That's the word on
What,
the word on the
January
street.
24 or
Ja-
25?
January 25. Two
I
years
hope
after it
so.
premiered in festivals. Yeah.
I
Ridiculous,
hope
or
so.
whatever it was.
Because this is like such an easy movie too to like show, and people
Do
are just
well.
gonna go
Yeah.
see it. I don't think it'd make a lot of money, but I think it's a pretty easy movie to just show, and I think a lot of people would resonate with it and go see it. I think it's a good movie to show like in even in school,
Yeah.
to people that like might be interested in like doing kind of performance arts.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily like people want to do performance arts, but people that might like these sort of classes where it's like you have these kids that are struggling or might have issues
Yeah,
that
that's
are
true.
outside of school related. And it's like, well, if you watch something like this, they might open up to the idea of doing something like that. And then you can kind of have this little performance arts thing too, where you have all these kind of people who need it to get out of their comfort zone and kind of be more of like a human, a whole human, instead of this sort of fragile
Yeah,
shell that's, you know, any little thing and they kind of freak out.
right. Oh
Um,
yeah, no,
but
it
it was a good
sounds good.
time.
I'm definitely excited to see it. And it's definitely still on my radar,
Yeah.
even despite the burying that's happening. And it's like you better not Iron Claw this, guys. You better not.
Oh, I
Like,
hope not. I saw
stop.
something
It might.
yesterday.
It might.
I saw something yesterday that was like 1 year ago, Iron Claw release, and I'm like, man, this movie got snubbed for so many things. I'm so upset still.
Yep.
Ah,
Did it
okay.
release? I
Anyway,
thought didn't it? I thought it released Christmas Day. Maybe limited.
um, it was limited. Yeah, I think
Yeah, the limited
it must have
run.
been very limited, like right before.
Yeah, makes sense. All right. Well, I saw Queer. I'll talk about Queer now. I think this is
What a transition.
such a difficult movie to talk about. Surprisingly, um, okay, Queer. Luca Guadagnino's Queer. Didn't know this, but William S. Burroughs is an author who wrote a book called Queer. Queer is a super super out there book, and it's representative of his experience in that time and kind of how he's feeling and all these things. And I could be speaking out of turn completely, but I think it's just kind of a window into his soul. And it's super experimental. It's super weird. It's super out there.
I didn't
So
think it was. I thought it was gonna be more
I
like,
know. That's what I thought. Yeah.
yeah,
So I went to go see it because I am a fan of Luca Guadagnino, a big fan, actually. I quite like all of his films that I've seen.
he's a
But
very good director. Yeah.
very good director, and it's always a little different every time, and I
That's
love
why I
that.
like him. Yeah, on top
Yeah,
of it being like a very good movie, it's always got like a little some
something
twist.
different.
Not
Yeah,
a twist, but it's a little different, just like
it's
you're
like
saying.
he never you can't put him in a box, and I love that.
No,
I think
that's
that's
it's
great.
a very like Stanley Kubrick thing of him, where he's like,
Yep.
I got a movie in like every genre.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So he did Suspiria. He did Call Me by Your Name, which is probably to this day his best. I think so. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
For
And
like
then
the
we
general, I like Bones and All
Bones
the
and All is
most.
really good too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Challengers
maybe
is
that
pretty
one.
good.
Challengers is great too. Yeah, all
I
of them
guess
are
he,
great.
I guess his main thread through is that they're all relationships,
Yeah,
but
that
they're
is
all
true.
different genres of relationships. And maybe
Yeah.
except Suspiria. I haven't seen
Suspiria is
Suspiria.
not. Suspiria is a remake though, so like maybe
Yeah,
that's
that's yeah,
he just wanted to do that.
yeah.
And he's doing American Psycho, so that's cool too.
That's true. Yeah.
So he's got
I forgot
his
who they cast again? Forgot. They said they
Awesome
casted
Baller.
someone. Yeah, people wanted
I
what's
don't
his
love
name,
that. I
Dennis.
You know who I really wanted?
Oh,
I wanted Cooper. I think his name is. It's like Cooper Coach. He's from the Monsters, the Eric Menendez show.
Super
He
Coach.
would have been good. It's Koch.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was like, this is not the same guy.
No,
Cooper
he would
Coach.
be fantastic,
Oh,
and he would fit right.
yeah.
He would fit right in with Luca's
Yeah, he
vibe.
would.
Like from what I saw of him in the
Jeez.
Monsters show, the Menendez brothers show,
Yeah,
he's got that,
he's
and I'm
got it.
like, I was like, damn, what an unfortunate situation where like we could have highlighted a new voice instead we've got fucking Elvis again.
I mean, hey, Austin Butler is a good actor
He's
too,
good.
but it's
I'm
gonna
worried
be
because he
yeah.
can only do one thing, and I'm noticing, and I hope he gets out of that. I mean, he's good as Fade. I know he's good as Fade Rafa. I get it,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
No, I can see this guy. The funny thing is the one sort of news article I saw is that this guy Cooper Coach does not want to play the United Healthcare killer Luigi Mangione.
Is that something that because people
That
are
was
like
like
fan
he looks
casting
like
him?
him. He looks. I mean, not
Yeah,
exactly, but he's got like the
he could
same
work.
sort of look.
And what's his
Yeah,
name's gonna do it though? Dave Franco. Dave Franco looks like him a
they're
lot.
officially
No, they're
gonna.
not. But like
Dave.
that's who they want.
Yeah, Dave. Yeah, he does look like him
Dave
a lot.
Franco
Yeah,
would be good. Yeah, it's crazy. But anyway, the So now we have Queer. And Queer, I went into it thinking, yeah, this is gonna be like Call Me by Your Name, and I love it. That's my favorite vibe is walking around in a foreign city, and it's Call Me by Your Name vibes. I saw the trailer, I'm like, that's exactly what I'm looking for. So I went to go see it. It is not that. It is very different. The first 2/3 are that, which I loved. I thought it was great. I thought it had that same vibe. It had that same energy. It has what I love from Luca Guadagnino. And then the third act happens, and it gets way out there and very like in a similar way that I felt not as jarring and not as like visceral, but it reminded me a lot of the third act of Men.
Okay.
But like not that crazy.
Yeah.
But like the same kind of like, oh shit, like what the fuck is this now? The same kind of thing. I appreciated it though. It's one of those films where you have to go home after and watch a couple of videos. And I liked it. I haven't had one of those in a while. So I appreciated Queer. I think I liked it.
You think you liked it?
I think I liked it. I think what they're trying to say is so like sad and like just devastating, honestly. So what you have here is Daniel Craig is this very confident. He presents as confident. He's not very confident, but he's this kind of confident presenting gay man in Europe. Something. It's pretty vague. I don't know. I think he's in like France or something.
Yeah.
So he's walking the streets of France. It's in like I believe it's in the 50s. And he's just going out and like trying to like hook up with guys. And he sees this one guy and he really likes him. And he's not sure if the guy is queer. And he's like, I think he's gay. I'm not totally sure. He's coming in here a lot with this one girl and whatever. And he's just very like in his own head, and he really like thinks way too much about this. But he ends up connecting with the guy, and they end up like hanging out, and one thing leads to another, and then they're kind of a thing, like hey, they're together. And then that kind of goes on for a bit. There's a whole lot of like drug side plot stuff going on, where like Daniel Craig is kind of like withdrawing and trying to get better and whatever. I think that's all part of the metaphor as well. And then the third act comes, and without revealing anything too much, they go on like a safari expedition, and they go on like a ayahuasca trip.
Oh, okay.
So that's the end of this movie, is like that for like the last like 30 minutes or so. And so they go on this ayahuasca trip, and like the whole thing that he's trying to do with this is he's been told, I can't remember if he was told this or he just thinks this, but he thinks that when they take this together and they have this shared experience, he's going to be able to read his mind and find out if he's queer or not. So that is ultimately where we lead. And and like the by the end of it, you're just kind of like, wow, this is so like devastating. And like, he has that, like, it has that same like Call Me by Your Name ending though, where it's like, oh shit, like this is just not gonna work out, huh? And then it's like it's very sad in that way too. But like it got like, and again, we can't put him in a box because I thought this was going to be Call Me by Your Name. It's not. It's way not that. And I'm like, whoa, okay, what the hell? And so I think Daniel Craig's very good. I think he's very game. Like, there's a lot of like, I was surprised how far this went at times.
Like how far it went. I see.
Yeah, like I was not thinking that like Daniel Craig would be up for this, but like, hey, good on him. He really kind of sold it, and it was great. And I think it was well done. Luca, again, that's what I love about Luca too, is like that dude captures a vibe every time, and I love it.
Time.
I love it so much. and I love living with these characters. I love them just walking that's why I'm so excited for him to do Patrick Bateman, because it's like he's going to just give it such an energy that, like, I don't know, like, it's gonna be different and you don't know you want it, but when you see it, you're gonna be like, oh man, this is great.
Oh, you know what I love? Kind of a little bit of a sidetrack. I would love if our boy Willem Dafoe reprises his role as the exact same guy.
In American Psycho.
That because it's like he's just kind of the same looking guy. He's much older now,
Yeah.
which
But it would
probably
it
would
would
work.
need to he would need to it would be so
It'd
good.
be so fun though, just to be
It would be
like
fun,
our
yeah.
boy is back again.
I need him to do something with Luca. Can you
But
do Willem Dafoe walking like in the streets of Italy?
oh my God, that would be. Oh man.
Oh, we're so annoying. Like, imagine him with like imagine, oh dude, oh, I'm getting chills. Imagine him walking the streets of Italy with his Life Aquatic outfit.
Oh,
And
he's just like,
it's Luca Guadagnino's camera work and dialogue. Or
oh,
no, does he even write? I don't know, but
he might
whoever
not.
writes,
Just the vibe. You just know
just
you're in
the
for.
fucking vibes, dude.
Oh, I would. That needs to happen. You
I
need
want that
Willem. You
Life
need Willem.
Aquatic, that same outfit with the little when he's on the dock and he's all like he's just dripped out.
You need Willem Dafoe just being like a metropolitan man, just being like exploring like a European country, just
Yeah.
being whatever. He could just
Yep.
be. He doesn't have to be gay or straight.
No, no,
Just
no, no, no. He's got to be a
just.
little gay though.
Oh no, that's what I mean.
A
He's
little
gotta be
bit.
like in
A
the
little.
middle. He's gotta be
It's got to be unclear. Yeah.
he's gotta be like I'll have fun with anybody.
Yeah.
That's what
Oh
it's gonna
yeah,
be.
dude. Yep.
He's just gonna be like, oh, we're having a club. Oh, what's going on over here? And he
Yeah,
starts
yeah.
going.
There's a couple of
Dude,
scenes of both.
that'd be so
There's
great.
moments of both, and it's like, whoa,
Yeah, yeah,
which way are
yeah.
we going here, Willem?
Oh, I
Dude,
would love that.
yeah, let's make it happen.
Oh man, I would love that.
Let's go,
I would love
Luca.
that.
You listen, I'm done. I'm done talking about queer. I liked it. It was good. Uh, this Willem Dafoe thing, though,
I know this is
we gotta do
I'm very
that.
happy. I'm excited
That's
about
very
this.
good.
Oh, dude,
That's very good.
that I would love that so much. I love that
It would be
so
so good,
much.
dude. It would be so good. It would be so
Oh.
good. It would be so
I
good.
could imagine him being like he plays like the straight man. He goes on like he's like I'm going on a work trip, and this is the work trip. It's just
Oh
him
yeah,
just being like
he's exploring.
going, just
Yeah,
exploring, just having a wild time.
and then by the end,
Oh,
it gets so devastating. Like so devastating. And like he's just like he's sitting there looking at a fireplace, and then a whole song plays.
it's just
It's
oh
just called
man.
by name.
I was saying it's just going right in.
No, dude, that would be so good. And then
Oh,
there we go. We pitched it.
we pitched it. A24, get on it.
Somebody.
No,
This was
this.
A24. That's why this
Oh,
was weird.
okay, it was okay.
Queer was A24. Usually his stuff
And
is not
Suspiria
A24.
was right.
No,
Oh, it wasn't okay.
Suspiria was
I'm sorry.
Amazon.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just thought maybe okay.
Yeah,
That
yeah, no,
oh,
this is Luca's first A24, I think. And I think that's why, because like this gets wild. So like
yeah,
now you're like, oh, you can kind of see where
dude, we
it's
need
headed.
Luca and Willem. We need that combo.
Luca and Willem from like Searchlight. Yeah.
That would hit so hard. That'd be great. That'd be so great. Cause he's got that. Cause Willem has that. Like he's just
He's got that
perfectly.
carefree,
Yeah.
and I need it with Luca. That's why
Cause
have they not worked together?
it's almost like a Denzel quality, but Denzel's got more of like the swagger confidence, but Willem's got more of the carefree, like, we'll just do whatever. And it's just like
Yeah.
it's just great. It's oh, that'd be so much fun. That would be so great.
Dude, we need
Oh,
it.
could you imagine? It's like it ends up like he goes to the European country. It's just like and like the thing is like it's like an old people thing where he's going to a club. It's just like all older men and women, and they're all
Yep.
like plus 70, and they're all just
Yep.
like they're partying, making out, just having a wild time.
Yep.
Uh,
That
that
that or he's the oldest one there, and then he's all the young people are all over him.
oh
That would also be great.
oh I hope, man, because
All right,
he did kinds of kindness, so he could do we know he could do weird.
he's game.
He's all game.
He's always fucking game. That's
You
the one thing
know,
about Defoe. He's
You
game.
know, if Luca Hannum, if there was an idea with Luca and this was like the kind of the pitch, he would take it.
100%. You just show him Call Me by Your Name, show him the third act of Queer. He's in.
He's in.
100%. 100%.
Oh.
Bones and all. He's. We need this.
We just pitched like the fantasy idea.
We need this, and because they match each other's freaks so much that it's like you can make this work and you can make it so viable for everybody. And this would be. Let me tell you what. This would be his Oscar win right here. I was also.
Oh yeah, because he doesn't have one.
No,
this is ridiculous.
This would
Absolutely
be his.
ridiculous.
This would be his win.
This would be it. Yeah.
This what we just pitched. This is his Oscar win right here.
I just want to see how old he is, just really quick. I just want to see how much time we might have.
We have plenty of time.
Oh, we got plenty of time. We got plenty. He's not even 70. We're fine.
Yeah.
This is completely viable. This could absolutely happen.
Let's do it, Luca.
Luca, come on, please.
Get on the phone with Willem Dafoe and I don't care. Build a story around that. Him walking the streets of Italy, and doing a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Doing a little bit of both. That's all I need. It literally, Luca. Luca's not all about plot really. So just do that. Yeah. Have him walk in the streets. I don't care. And then something happens in the middle of the second act where it's your health is in rapid decline, and it's like, okay, well now we got to deal with this, and then it's all sad by the end. Just do that.
I don't know if I want that.
Why?
I would just love like a nice fun time.
No, it needs to get devastating at the end. Ronnie, trust me. Do you want him to win an Oscar or not?
I'm fine. If this, I don't care. I don't even care. I just want Willem and Luca to work together, like you said. Just have him roaming around a European country
for most of the runtime,
having a good time, doing things with anybody.
I love it.
That would be so much. That'd be great.
Guys, that's Merry Christmas. We just gave you the best gift.
Yeah, best gift of all.
Willem Dafoe and Luca, make it happen. This has been the best side tangent we've ever had on this show. Anyway, guys, this has been Awards Bait. We went over the short lists. We went over our reviews for Queer, Maria, and Sing Sing, and we hope you guys have a lovely holiday.
Happy holidays.
Quick announcement, though. We're not going to be back on our regular time. Our next episode will be, let's check, January 14th, right?
Yep, that's the
plan. All right. Mm-hmm. January 14th. We're taking time off for the new year and for Christmas.
I'll stock up and reload.
We're gonna watch all those movies. Yeah. We're gonna get everything done, and then we're gonna be back on the 14th, bigger and better, and right before the nominations. Come to think of it,
literally perfect timing.
Yep. Maybe we should delay it actually, so that we can talk.
Actually, maybe we should. Actually,
I just realized that.
Yeah, because I just Is
it the 16th or the 17th?
The 17th would it's the 17th.
17th is the Friday.
I mean, if you want, we could wait.
Maybe January 17th.
That is 3 weeks of no podcast.
That's okay.
I think
we'll figure it out.
I think that might be the move.
How about we do this? We do a final predictions video.
Okay, fair enough.
For all the categories.
Yeah.
That'll be our January 14th. And then maybe we'll do a little something. I'm not going to release it. Oh, this is off air stuff. But a little like reaction to the noms.
Oh, yeah.
But then we'll air that later with the next episode.
Yeah.
Anyway, these are all works in progress. But guys, thank you guys so much as always for tuning in. This has been Awards Bait, and we hope you have a lovely New Year's, a lovely holiday, a lovely Christmas, whatever you celebrate. And we'll see you in the next one. So thank you. Ronnie, any closing remarks before?
Just happy holidays.
Last thing for 2024.
I know, happy. I hope everyone had a good year. Let's make 2025 even better. Let's hope that Dune Part 2 can somehow still make it onto the actual nomination for Best Score.
I think so. Oh, no, that's not going to happen.
You never know. Not going to happen.
No.
But happy holidays, everybody. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in 2025.
There you go. Bye, guys.